Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is our second lecture of a work power energy chapter. In the previous chapter we have already solved all the PYQs from 1988 to 1997. Now in the second lecture we are going to solve other PYQs from work energy power chapter, and in this lecture we are going to solve all the PYQs from 1988 to 2005. So all the contents which I am delivering, all are free of cost. I just wanted to help and prepare helping you in your preparation. Hope you are feeling good. If you have any doubts or any comments, you can ask all the doubts. So this question from 1998: a cell in flight explodes into four unequal parts. Which of the following is conserved? As we know that key as we know that if the particle is going to be break if the particle is going to be break, their momentum always remains conserved in all types of collisions: elastic, inelastic, perfectly inelastic. Momentum always remains conserved. Any types of collision or any types of things is going to happen, momentum always remains conserved. Momentum remains conserved. Momentum always remains conserved. So I proceed for a next question. This is our question number second. A force acts on a 3-gram particle in such a way that the position of the particle as a function of time is given as, they have given position as 3t minus 4t square plus tq, and they are asking work done. So work done we know that is force into displacement. So first if I do 2 times the differentiation of it, so first I do differentiation of 2 times. First we find velocity, that is comes out to be dx by dt. So if I do this thing, so 3 minus 8t plus 3t square. Then after that again do differentiation. So this is differentiation of a constant term is 0 minus 8 plus 6t, and they are asking at t is equal to 4 second. Acceleration at t is equal to 4 second is, this is 16 meter per second square, and displacement at t is equal to 4 second is 3 into 4 minus 4 into 4 square plus 4 into q. 3 4 ja 12 minus 4 4 ja 16, 16 4 ja 64, and 4 4 ja 16, 16 and 16 4 ja again 64. So displacement is comes out to be, this going to be cancelled, so displacement is comes out to be 12 meter. And then after that force we know that is mass into acceleration dot d vector. So here work done is equal to mass is 3 gram, 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 mass. Then after acceleration is 16 and displacement is 12. So this comes out to be, if you multiply 16 into 12 into 3, so this comes out to 576 millijoule. 576 millijoule. 576 millijoule. Right? Understand now? So this is our 576 millijoule. So which option is correct? Option C is correct. Option C is correct. So I proceed for a next question. Two equal masses m1 and m2 moving along a same straight line with the velocity 3 meter per second and minus 5 meter per second respectively collide elastically. The velocity after the collision. So this is a special case in elastic collision. You study that. Just 1 minute. If two bodies have equal masses, this is m1 and this is m2, and they are saying that both have equal masses. This is suppose moving u1 and this is moving with u2. After the collision, after the collision. This has a velocity say v1 and this has a velocity v2. So the velocity going to be exchanged. So v1 become u2 and v2 become u1. Getting my point? So their velocity going to be exchange if this is a elastic collision and their mass is same. So here you see that first particle are moving with 3 meter per second, 3 meter per second, and this is moving with minus 5 meter per second. So after the collision, the velocity going to be exchanged. So means v1 is equal to minus 5 meter per second and v2 is equal to 3 meter per second. So which option is correct? Their velocity after the collision will be respectively minus 5 and plus 3. So option D is correct. Option D is correct. Understand? So I proceed for a next question. Two bodies with kinetic energy are in the ratio 4:1. So they have given that, what they have given that their kinetic energy ratio is of first body and kinetic energy of second body, that is are in the ratio 4:1, are moving with equal linear momentum. Their momentum are same. Ratio of their masses. So they are asking m1 by m2. They are asking ratio. So we know this thing, kinetic energy in terms of momentum. How we write? P square by 2m. P square by 2m. So kinetic energy of first particle, kinetic energy of second particle, that is equal to p1 square by 2m1 and this is also p2 square by 2m2. That is comes out to be kinetic energy of first particle upon kinetic energy of second particle. So momentum are same, so they're going to be cancelled. Two cancel. So this reached out to be m2 by m1 and m2 by m1 is we have to find, and kinetic energy of first and second they have given 4:1. So that is equal to m2 by m1 we have find. And what they are asking m1 by m2. So they are asking m1 by m2. So what we do, we take the reciprocal of m1 by m2, that is equal to 4:1. 4:1. 1:4. So this is which option? Option D is correct. Option D is correct. Option D is correct. So I proceed for our next question. A mass of 1 kg is thrown up with the velocity of 100 meter per second. After 5 seconds, it explodes into two parts. One part of a mass is 400 gram comes down with the velocity 25 meter per second. The velocity of the other part is. It is like this situation. Suppose this is a 1 kg mass. I throw this mass. This is a 1 kg mass thrown up with the velocity 100 meter per second. 100 meter per second. After the 5 second. So after the 5 second, they're going to be exploded. So first we have to find after 5 second what is their velocity. V is equal to u plus at. We know this. And when we are throwing, so V is equal to u minus gt, come because acceleration due to gravity acting downward. So V is equal to 100. G is 10 into 5 seconds. So this comes out to be 50 meter per second. So after the 5 second, it explodes into two parts. One part of the mass comes down with the velocity of 25 meter per second. The velocity of the other part is, they are asking velocity of the other part is, right? So one of the particle, I say, they come like this. 4 gram is 0.4 4 kg, 0.4 kg comes down with the velocity of 25 meter per second, and the velocity of the other part is, means we have to find 0.6 kg, what is their velocity, right? So we just apply conservation of momentum, P initial just before collision, that is equal to P final just after collision, right? So just before collision they has a velocity of m u, that is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Just before collision they have a mass of 1, that has a velocity 50. Then after the collision they has a mass 0.4 and their velocity is minus 25 plus 0.6 into v2. So that is comes out to be 50 is equal to, that is comes out to be 0.4 into 25. So this comes out to be minus 10 plus 0.6 v2. So this comes out to be 60 is equal to 0.6 v2. So v2 comes out to be 60 divided by 0.6. So this comes out to be 100 meter per second. So option C is correct. So I proceed for a next question. This is our next question. If force and velocity have given the instantaneous power. Instantaneous power is basically force into velocity. Force they have given, that is 60 I cap plus 15 j cap minus 3 k cap dot velocity 2 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 5 k cap. So instantaneous power is comes out to be, that is 60 into 2, that is 120, and 15 into minus 4, that is comes out to be minus 60, and minus 3 into 5, that is comes out to be minus 50. So instantaneous power is there basically 120 minus 85. So this comes out to be 35. This comes out to be instantaneous power. We have done everything correct now. Just one time see 2 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 5 k cap millisecond. देखो 6 2 is 120, 30 and this comes out to be 60, right? And this is our 15. So this is 75. Sorry, this is our wrong calculation. This is 75. So 25 or 20, that is 45 watt. So instantaneous power is 45 watt. 45 watt, right? So I proceed for a next question. A power particle is projected making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal, having a kinetic energy, the kinetic energy at the highest point. So this is a very standard problem, and generally most of them coaching institute they will teach, and these are standard problem. Just 1 minute. If we do projectile motion, this is our x-axis, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. So if we project a particle at an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal, so let initial kinetic energy I say that is half m v square, and that is comes out to be, if I resolve this, so this is if I this is say throw with this, so this is V cos 45 degree and this is our V sine 45 degree. But in highest point you say that their velocity in y direction is 0, velocity in only x direction, that is V cos 45 degree, V by root 2. So this is initial, that is k they have given, and velocity at highest point half m v by root 2 whole square, so that comes out to be 1 by 2 m v square by 2. So that is comes out to be kinetic energy at highest point is comes out to be k by 2, k by 2, k by 2. So which option correct? Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Two springs A and B having a spring constant K, and K is 2 times Kb, are stretched by applying a force of equal magnitude. If energy stored in the spring is EA, then the energy stored in the EV is, energy stored in EA is half K x square and force is equal to Kx. Force is equal to Kx. So in place of x, can I write F by K? So energy stored in A is K by 2 F by K whole square. So energy stored in A, F square upon 2K. F square upon energy stored, that is F square upon 2K. Now you see two springs A and B having a spring constant K and Kb, and they have given that Ka is 2 times Kb. Ka is given by 2 times Kb, are stretched by applying force of equal magnitude, means Fa is equal to Fb. If energy stored in spring is Ea, then energy stored, if the energy stored in spring A is Ea, then energy stored in EV, what they are asking, EV in terms of Ea. So these things are they have given parameter, right? So I have to find EV, so I take the ratio of EV upon Ea, that is equal to Fa upon Fv whole square into Ka upon Kb. Ka upon Kb. So energy of B upon energy of A, that is equal to Fa upon Fb, that is 1. Both are same. And then after energy, K energy, spring constant of A is 2 times spring constant of B. So energy of B is 2 times energy of A. So option A is correct. Option A is correct. Now this is our next question. A child is sitting on a swimming. Its minimum and maximum height from the ground is 0.75 and 2 meter. Its maximum speed will be. So they are asking maximum speed will be. So just apply conservation of energy. So what they are saying, that loss in conservation of mechanical energy. Conservation of mechanical energy. Loss in potential energy is equal to gain in kinetic energy. Gain in kinetic energy. So loss in potential energy, that I say mg h2 minus h1, that is equal to gain in kinetic energy half m v square. M से m cancel. G, here they didn't mention, means we have to take 9.8, and then after that h2 minus h1. h2 is 2 meter minus 0.75. 2 minus 0.75, that is equal to v square by 2. So 9.8 into 2 minus 0.75, 1.25 into 2, that is equal to v square. 1.25 into 2 into 9.8, that is comes out to be 24.5, and if I take the root of it, so this is roughly comes out to be v square. If I take the root of it, 24.5, so it roughly comes out to be 5 meter per second. If I take here 9.8 in place of 10, then we got exact 5 meter per second. So which option? Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Option B is correct. If a kinetic energy of a body is increased by 300%, then the percentage change in its momentum will be. If a kinetic energy of a body is increased by, if the kinetic energy of a body is increased by 300%, means suppose initial kinetic energy is, I say, 100%. So kinetic energy final will be 100 plus 300, that is 400%. Then the percentage change in its momentum. Percentage change in its momentum means P final minus P initial divided by P initial into 100. That is comes out to be P is equal to under root 2m ek. Right? So here you see that 2m, we are taking the ratio, देखो 2m ek final minus 2m E initial, that is 2m E initial into 100. So this is comes out to be here root 2m सब में cancel, because if I take root 2m cancel common, and then after that we cancel out. So final kinetic energy is 400 minus 100 divided by 100 into 100. So this comes out to be 40 minus 10 divided by 10 into 100 in percentage form. So this comes out to be 30 by 10 into 100. So this comes out to be 300%. Change in its momentum is, okay, एक मिनट. If the kinetic energy, then the percentage change in its momentum. The percentage change in momentum will be, only thing we have done, sorry, square root of 400 is, that is 20. So this comes out to be what? That's why I think what the mistake. This is 10 divided by 10 into 100. So increases 100%. Increases 100%. Increases 100%. So any option? Option A is correct. Actually, the by mistake, vastly we have done this. Understand? Option A is correct. So I proceed for our next question. This is a stationary particle explodes into two particles of masses m1 and m2, which moves in opposite direction with the velocity v1 and v2. Then the ratio of their kinetic energy. Suppose this is a stationary particle. They explode into two particles. The stationary particle explodes into two particles of masses m1, m2, m1 and m2, which moves in opposite direction with the velocity v1 and v2. v1 and v2. Ratio of their kinetic energies. So P initial, that is equal to P final. 0 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. That is equal to m1 v1 minus m2 v2. Then after that, v1 upon v2, that is equal to minus m2 by m1. Equation first. Then after that, ratio of their kinetic energy. So kinetic energy of first upon kinetic energy second. Half m1 v1 square, that is half m2 v2 square. Half m cancel, that is m1 by m2, that is v1 by v2 is minus times m2 by m1 whole square. If I do so, this comes out to be m1 by m2, that is m2 square upon m1 square. So this is kinetic energy first upon kinetic energy second, that is comes out to be m2 upon m1. So this is equation first. So this is option A is correct. Option A is correct. So I proceed for a next question. When a long spring is stretched by 2 cm, its potential energy is U. If the spring is stretched by 10 cm, the potential energy stored in it will be, right? So potential energy, no, that is half k x square. When this is U1 is U when they are displaced by 2 cm. If the spring is stretched by, the next two is 10 cm. So U2 upon U1, that is equal to x2 upon x1 whole square. So U2 upon U1 is U. X2 is 10 by 2 whole square. So U2 is equal to 5. 5 5 is 25 U. So 25 U. So 25 U is option D is correct. Option D is correct. So our next question is, a mass of 0.5 kg is moving with the velocity speed of 1.5 meter per second on a horizontal smooth surface, collides nearly weightlessness spring of force constant K. Maximum compression of the spring is. So देखो, just here we are saying that apply conservation of energy. Conservation of energy. Conservation of energy. Right? So here you see that particle is half m b square plus 0, that is equal to a mass of 0.5 kg moving with the speed on a horizontal smooth surface, collides nearly with the weightlessness spring of spring constant K. Then they are asking maximum displacement. Then after the collision, they collide with this spring and combine, and then after that potential, and they compress this spring. So when they compress this spring, so spring potential energy comes, that is half k x square, right? So here 1 by 2 cancel. Mass is 0.1 means 1 by 2, that is V is 1.5. So that is comes out to be 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2 whole square, that is equal to k 50 x square. So 9, 3 3 is 9 by 4, 4 2 is 8 into 50, that is equal to x square. So x square is comes out to be 9 by 400. So this comes out to be x is equal to under root 9 by 400. So this comes out to be 3 by 20. 3 by 20. If I divide this 3 divided by 20, so this comes out to be 0.15 meter. 0.15 meter. 0.15 meter. So option A is correct. A body of mass 3 kg is under the constant force which causes a displacement. So I think this is enough. After that we proceed. This is our question number 2006. So I say that till 2005 that we completed, and then after that we complete other question in the next video. Fine, it is fine. All the concept I explain we are going to understand easily, and we are going to solve all the PYQs. And after some time I also started to upload second year PYQs of a NEET chapter. And please like and subscribe my channel. I wanted just only one request from you, that please like and subscribe my channel and share with your other friends and other groups who are preparing for NEET JEE examination. This give me a more motivation to prepare videos and help me a lot as much as possible for me. And please join my Telegram channel and also message me personally if you want any particular topic videos on it, or any chapter which you are not able to understand. I uploaded that chapter on a YouTube also, and personally help you a lot and personally solve any of your doubt which you are feeling not comfortable in your preparation, right? So why we will meet again in the next video. Bye.